Salvador. Bom, hoje eu tô aqui pra falar com vocês sobre um assunto bem diferente, assim, é a primeira vez que a minha host vai realmente participar de um vídeo, assim, conversar com a gente. A gente vai ter um bate-papo bem legal e a gente vai estar fazendo perguntas sobre mesmo au pair, host family, essas coisas. Eu escolhi não, na verdade eu postei eu postei essa foto aqui lá no grupão do au pair brasileiro e eu falei para colocarem lá perguntas que elas gostariam de saber para minha fofa responder, né, que é minha host. E ela simplesmente, assim, teve muitos comentários, eu adorei, gente. Os comentários de vocês são os melhores, de tipo, o que é a fofa e o que é au pair? Muito obrigada. Eu me senti muito novinha. Ou meia velha, porque teve uma lá que falou que pensou que eu era a host, mas tudo bem. E hoje eu tô trazendo ela exatamente pra gente estar conversando, batendo esse papo. Eu espero muito que vocês gostem. Primeiro, e na verdade, eu queria, assim, que vocês não me julgassem de jeito nenhum. Eu não sei falar inglês direito, assim, eu acho que eu não sei falar inglês direito. Minha host fala que eu sei, então eu não sei. Então, me desculpem.
Eu falei muito então, né? Então. Louca.
Me desculpem se eu falei alguma coisa errada, se eu coloquei de forma errada, mas eu vou traduzir da forma certa que eu falei, vai estar aqui em português. Se eu traduzir errado também, se você achar que não tá de acordo, tá liberado lá pra você ir lá e alterar a legenda, não tem problema algum, gente. Eu não sou assim esquentada com essas coisas não, tá? Antes de vocês começarem a assistir realmente esse vídeo, esse bate-papo, não deixa de dar o seu like, se inscreva no canal se você ainda não for inscrito e aciona o sininho para que o Facebook, olha, para que o YouTube saiba que você gosta desse tipo de conteúdo e ele sempre tá te atualizando e te mandando notificações cada vez que tem uma nova novidade, olha, mas gente do céu, eu tô assim maravilhosa hoje, né? Para se tem alguma novidade aqui no canal, vocês estarem recebendo de primeira mão. Combinado? Então, bora lá assistir esse bate-papo porque tá sensacional. Let me see if we find my post.
Are you gonna do a live stream?
Well, this is the photo that I posted.
Yeah.
Then,
You look so good.
right? They have like this one here.
Uh-huh.
Is from Ingrid Morton. She wants to know what's the most difficult part for have a stranger from another country
In your house?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, are you recording it?
Yes, it's already there.
Awesome. Okay, so what is the strangest thing about having a stranger from another country in our house?
Yes.
I was always worried that I was going to say something in English that you interpreted offensively, so I was really worried about hurting your feelings.
Really?
Yeah, but then as I got to know you, I was like, even if I said something, you'd probably just look at me and be like, huh?
What is this?
And then I could just fix it. The other thing is sometimes when we haven't done like dishes or our house is messy and I come home from work and I'm just really tired and I want to go to sleep, I'm just thinking like, please don't judge my house right now. Or my baby screaming. It's all good.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I really think you always have concern like, oh my god, should stole something, should do something wrong with my baby. And right now, what am I gonna do? I need to put some cameras. I need to do some stuff. Don't be worried about anything.
You know, it's funny because we had talked about having like a nanny cam, and for us with you, it never was a problem. Also, we're not super paranoid, and I just feel like if you have a good conversation with someone, particularly with au pair care, they take a lot of steps to make sure that people are good and that they've had background checks. So it's actually, it didn't worry me at all because our au pair agency made us feel really comfortable.
That's good.
Yeah, it was great.
Yay. Okay. We have like 4 with her.
Okay.
Literally say like, who is the au pair and who is the host?
I am the au pair. No, just kidding. I'm the host mom.
Okay. Marcelli wants to know. Oh, you remember that question I make for you about the host group?
Yes.
Like a really problem that everyone complain. Do you know something about that? Like,
Oh, like
the
what?
worst one.
Oh, okay. So like what host families complain about their au pairs?
Yeah, like the
Honest-
top one.
Honestly, I think I know exactly what you're talking about. For most people, it's like, they think that the au pair's being inconsiderate when really they're just living their life. Example, like if their au pair like leaves dishes in the sink, they're like, ugh, how could she do that?
Oh, really?
But another thing that I've read on like host parent like message boards, it's ridiculous the number of things that people expect their au pair to do when really it's like watch the baby, bathe the baby, feed the baby, do the baby's laundry. Like that's it. And people will complain like, oh, she doesn't clean the house. Like what am I paying her for? And so a lot of it is just people being not very great people.
It's like if I'm here for cleaning your house, not for take care of the baby.
Yep.
Okay.
So my biggest advice as a host mom to other people is have very clear expectations about what people will do and won't do, and you have to advocate for your au pair that you're hosting for their rights as a person, because if you like ask them to do things that aren't their job, like that's your fault. So just make sure when you're talking to like au pair care or the agency that you understand exactly what all those things are. Because I've actually replied to people and been like, that's not their job,
No.
and it sounds like you need a maid, not an au pair. And
That's right.
yeah, so be aware if host families are asking you to do all of these things because it's not okay.
See, I told you she's awesome. And she asked if you care about what we do like in our time off.
No, not at all. I trust you, and you're a person, and I respect you. And yeah, of course. And what you do when you're visiting an amazing foreign country that you're living in, like I was worried about you when you weren't exploring more. I was like, go outside, like buy a ferry ticket. And then I remember that one day you went to like the marina, you were taking pictures everywhere, and you were just loving how beautiful San Francisco is, and like that's what you should be doing on the weekends.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Rafaela is asking what you're waiting for an au pair and what's make the au pair be like this top star for you children.
So for us, it was about how we could see someone fitting into our life. So if we, someone who wasn't into video games or like at the very least didn't get like our geeky, pretty dorky sense of humor, that wouldn't have worked so well. But really it's just like, are you responsible? Are you self-confident? Do you have like self-awareness? Where you just kind of know like, yeah, I'm not super great at doing dishes, but I can work on it, just like good at communicating. Because when you're living in someone's house and taking care of their baby, like, life is messy. Little kids do unexpected things. There's poop. A lot,
Yes.
Yeah, and so you have to be open to like having a relationship with the family, but even more importantly, it's just like set expectations. So like if you're the kind of person who, you know, just wants to hang out in your room and like read books and doesn't really want to like spend time with us, that's fine. It just wouldn't be like the best thing. The best thing is like you, where you're like, yeah, let's play Mario Kart.
And the last one is like, it's funny and I like it because why is an au pair and not a nanny?
That's a really great question.
Yes.
So the reason we picked an au pair is because we live in a really urban city. And what happens when both parents are working full time is that you get stuck in traffic and all kinds of things happen. So for our family in San Francisco, like nannies are really hard to find.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So what happens is there's this well-known thing that happens where your nanny takes your baby to a park and parents hang out at parks and they go up to your nanny and say, hey, how much are you getting paid? We'll pay you more. And then you lose your nanny.
Really?
Yeah, there is so much competition for nannies in San Francisco. And there's other parts of the country where like, this is, what are you doing, baby? No, it's fine. But there's other parts of the country where it's a problem too. So for us, like, San Francisco is an amazing place to visit and live abroad. So we were pretty confident that like au pairs would want to match with us and come live here. So that was good.
Yes.
And another thing is we don't have to worry about anyone stealing you because we're paying you and it's through an agency. So for
That's
us,
true.
that's why we went for an au pair. And another thing too is that with a nanny, they have to commute in the same traffic you do, and they get sick, and it's not like a family relationship, which to me, we're very family-oriented people, and also my husband is half Cuban, so for us, like, family is especially important culturally, so we wanted, if you're going to be taking care of our child, like, you're like family. You're welcome. We love you. But yeah, so when someone is living in your house, they're already like family. And so for us, like, we love having you here. Like, you speak a different language, you cook brigadeiro for me.
Yes. I need to do again.
Benjamin loves you. You know, it's great. With a nanny, like, I know people who are very close with their nannies, but it's just a different kind of relationship. Nannies are normally, they're super busy. Your child might not be the only child that they're watching. And then the other thing is, like, scheduling wise, it's really hard to find a nanny who covers all of your childcare needs.
Well,
A lot of people I know where both parents work full time, like, the baby is in daycare for some of the time, and then the nanny watches them only on certain days or certain hours.
oh my God.
Yeah, so having an au pair is great because it's, for San Francisco, it's basically the same price as a nanny, but it's way better. Plus, we love hosting and being host parents. So it's like having an exchange student, but you get to pay them.
That's true.
And it's also our job to give you a really great experience. So if your host family, like, isn't giving you a good experience, or they're not interested in you, and, like, you know, they just expect you to watch your baby, it's not a good thing. For us, we really thought about, like, oh, how can we help Emily really enjoy our city? And how can we, you know, help you find things to do?
That's true, because every kind of different events have in the city, you always like, please go. You enjoy that. It's different, it's crazy, and you love it.
Yeah, exactly. Shall we call it a night? Eat some
Yes.
dinner? All right.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for asking questions.
Yes.
Yes.
Love it.